Hi everyone, this is Ty's Fishing Tackle Industry Channel. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ty. Today I would like to speak to you about a lure brand called Whiplash Factory. So this lure brand is coming from Japan, of course, and they are producing a very unique, in my view, they are producing nearly artistic lures. So it's very interesting for you, definitely. So please keep watching and please have fun. So from now, I would like to show you 3 lures from their brands. So they are producing a lot of lures, hard lures, ABS, plastic lures, wire baits and frogs and so on. But I think these 3 lures are showing very much their character. So I would like to show you these 3. So the first lure I would like to show you is called a live wire. So this is a kind of stick bait, and in this video I would like to show you how it swims. So there, please take a look. So there you can obviously, this is the stick bait, lipless of course, and then working like a pencil bait and dog to walk actions, left and right, and very good balance. You can see that sliding range is left to right is very much stable, same distance, and you can keep doing very much with Mickle way, and this lures works very well, definitely. So this is the live wire, and the next lure I would like to show you is called a Flutterin Wire. So Flutterin Wire is a little bit unique shape, as you can see. So there, of course, you can imagine this is a very unique actions. So let's take a look. So the next lure I would like to show you is called the Flutterin Wire. So this has a very unique shape, high body, and from this appearance it really looks like the lipless crankbait, but actually not. So there in this video you can see how it works on the water. So let's take a look. So this is the shape, Flutterin Wire, 75mm length, and it works like this. So there it's floating, definitely. This is Topwater, and it has a small cup in front and then some splash, and together with this splash you can see the walk the dock kind of action there, and then sometimes it diving into the water a little bit, and then it gives a kind of irregular actions there. And because of this blade is there, so there you can use with the straight retrieve, and it works like really fluttering kind of action while the straight retrieve. So this is the lure, we call it Flutterin Wire. So this is very unique. The next lure I would like to show you is the swim bait. Swim bait is called the Swayward 16. So let's take a look this action video. So this Swayward 16 is working like swim bait, as I explained. So there is a S-curve kind of swimming action. It's very much characteristic. This is something as you can imagine. Actually, I will explain in the detail later, but it has 3 types of floatings. So one is completely floating, some are slow floating, and a little bit sinking type too. So these 3 types are showing different actions. So there you can see, so these are the lures I wanted you to show you, because these lures are obviously floating topwater lures, and then this is why they are producing a lot of floating lures or topwater lures is that they want to keep the nature conserved. And if the lure is snagged into the water, so you have to, sometimes you lose the lure, and then you cannot take it back, so the lure stays in the water, and it is not good for other fish or environment. So the designer of the lure is called Mr. Kuni Inomi. So he has been traveled a lot around the world, and he has been fished a lot of places, as you can see in these pictures. So they're in the Amazons or the Siberia or in many places in Europe, and target is, of course, it varies a lot. So the salmonese or salmon related species, and the peacock bass, of course the largemouth bass, and so on. And he's also very active in Japanese fishing scenes, like sea bass or the sea bream and so on. So from these experience, he's been producing the lures by himself. By himself means that he's carving the lures by himself, and then he tried to figure out what is the best shape he want the lure to perform in his ideal ways. So, and then as I explained, so Swayward 16 has 3 different swimming types. So in this Swayward 16 lure is showing his idea very much well. So preciseness and so on, how it swims, how he thinks this lure should swim with these certain conditions and so on. So there, let's take a look at another video about Swayward. This is showing the idea very well. So as I talked to you, there's 3 types of sinking or floating types in the Swayward. So let's take a look at these videos about the floating types. First is the floating walker. So floating walker is the nose is up the surface, and then it is breaking the surface, so going like this. There you can see looks really like a little bit like walk the dog kind of action, but actually this is the swim bait, like S shape too. So next one is FLS, floating swimmer. So this is floating type, but it's actually in the water, so it's really breaking the water surface, acting like a very S shape, swimming very well. Next one is the sinking types. So there you can see it. This lure can be used to search for the deeper areas of the water. So this is showing how he wants to, approach into the lure making. So he is precisely thinking about what kind of action is gonna be the performing factors, or what is making the difference in the swimming actions. So he has been calculating, or let's say trial and error, and he knew that what kind of shape works in what way. So this is making his lures very special. So these hard lures, plastic hard lures, are made in Japan. And of course, he himself is Japanese. The designer Kuni Inomi is from Japan. This Japanese ingenuity, the idea of the precise designing, is combined with the Japanese production. So as a summary, Whiplash lures are very much precisely made Japanese lures, I can say. But this philosophy is not only from Japan, but also from the designers' ideas from the global fishing experience. So this is really convincing that these lures are performing very well on the water all around the world. So there is this lure is becoming popular not only in Japan but also global scenes. Whiplash lures are the lures which is carrying a Japanese quality, not only from this appearance or the substantial qualities, but also from the idea, or the lure making is also with Japanese qualities. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my contents, please like it, and then if you would like to follow me, subscribe immediately, and then I will keep you feeding with the interesting fishing related fishing tackle information. Thank you very much. Bye.